It's a Grammy. It's a Grammy. It's a Grammy. This came out in end of February. They had made these, like a single.
I'm Katie Darrell, and I'm with Lisa Loeb, singer, songwriter, Grammy winner, producer, mom, TV host, a little bit of everything. And today we're going to go back to our childhood roots and do a game of show and tell. It is called Rock and Tell, and we do show and tell with rock memorabilia. Why don't you present us item number one for Rock and Tell?
Item number one. This is something that I love. That I have. There are two things that are part of my rock and tell. Like a single. My song "Stay." I missed you.
Oh my
when I started making records,
Lisa, I'm pretty sure I owned that too.
It's crazy, and it's funny because I have a number of every single thing that came out, whether it was a CD or a cassette. Juan Patino, who I work with, and I are very nostalgic, and so we made sure that we kept some things.
Right.
So we have some of these. I also even have something from even earlier. This is something that was before I was signed. It was when I was in college. I had a band called Liz and Lisa that was very popular on campus with my friend Elizabeth Mitchell, who's got a band called Ida, as well as a really huge children's music career. So some of my songs from my first major label are even on this record. So some cassette tapes.
Wait, how have you not aged? Okay, like when we're done with this, I need to call you and find out what skincare regimen you're using.
Smiling is good. Smiling is kind of like it's very helpful.
And so that single, for those of you that don't know, that single is so significant because you were the first unsigned artist to have a number one hit. Is that
yes.
That's huge. I mean, nowadays, and this is before like the internet, really, people. Come on. You know, I mean, nowadays you have so many people just doing stuff at home, putting it online and getting discovered. Yeah. But I mean, this is very grassroots. But it didn't hurt to be friends with Ethan Hawke, right?
So Ethan Hawke passed the song "Stay." He used to come see me play, and we were friends and hung out together and sort of ran in the same circles and did creative work together. And he wanted me to send a copy of this song to Ben Stiller, who was directing the movie Reality Bites. So it's actually, just like the music business is now. Ben Stiller liked it. Stacey Sher, who was one of the producers, Ron Fair, who was putting out the soundtrack. They were really trying to do a big soundtrack movie. There was a lot of music in the movie. There was a couple of other steps, like Ethan had me write a song for his band in the movie. That didn't end up going in the movie, but he was still really wanted this song to go to the folks from the movie, and they decided to put it into the movie. I had a very smart attorney at the time, and I have a very independent spirit, and we said, let's keep the rights to the song and license it to them. And it's been great because it really represents, again, my independent, the way I like to make music and have my own creative freedom, the way we like to do business that makes the most sense for the time. Mm-hmm. And again, it was great because it was an example of like a song we made on our own, but then it got really popular. We did work with the music business. We had a great radio department at RCA Records, but it was a very unique story to tell, and that Ethan was connected and directed the video.
Yeah.
It sounded good, but what was actually good about the video was that he made this really interesting idea with no edits, and that was really unusual, one-take video. So it really means a lot to me, and I love the sound of a cassette tape too.
I do too. All right, so we're doing Rock and Tell. That's item number one. Give us item number two.
This is really cute. I love touring internationally, and especially back in the early 90s when I first put out my first couple of records with Geffen Records, we had great international department. And in Japan, when I went for my Firecracker release, they had made these as a promotional item, which is so cool. It's my album cover for Firecracker. That's me laying down in a very sexy way. A painting by Mark Miller, who used to paint advertisements and novel covers, like romance novel covers back in the 60s. And I found his art in Amsterdam and then randomly ran across his art because he owns a vineyard in upstate New York. And we were taking a break from recording this record, ended up at this vineyard. There was a museum in the back with paintings. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was like, this is the guy whose postcards I just bought in Amsterdam last year. And we asked him to help us make an album cover. And he changed the face on this so it would be me. It was an old painting.
Wow.
And so this is just so cool. I mean, that's like, I love this. This is the kind of stuff I collected when I was a kid, like kitschy stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that's just such a fun, it's a collaboration, right? It goes from the
Yes.
vision of you seeing the artwork and then getting to be part of the artwork. And then now it's on a bizarre item and like, awesome.
I
Awesome.
know, and it's such great support from the Japanese record company. I love it.
All right. Rock and Tell with Lisa Loeb. We are at home and social. Item number 3.
Okay.
Ah!
It's a good workout. So we were talking about the Grammy. I had something else I was going to show, but this was fun to show. It's a Grammy, and you know, I grew up watching the Grammys and watching Fleetwood Mac and watching all these musicians get up there, and to me that was like, you know, it was the thing. It really meant something, and so I still love that. Grammys are voted on by the people in the music industry, and to have that recognition from your peers is really great. And again, to have that seal of approval where other people are more interested. You know, it's unfortunate that people can't just happen upon music, but there's so much music out there that something like this makes people think it's better because it's got a Grammy. But you know, I really appreciate it, especially getting it for a record like Feel What You Feel, which has really good values about respecting others, but it's real music. It's very necessary at these times with some of our leadership. But anyway, that's this. It's really cool.
Now, where does that Grammy usually sit at your house? Does it have a weird location or a traditional bookshelf location?
You know, I had it behind me on the mantelpiece, but my husband said people could see it when they drove by, and we like privacy, so we put it. It's over by some record albums right now. When you walk in the door, you can see it, and sometimes on the piano.
Well, thank you so much, and please be safe, and you know, keep your family close.
Thank you. Stay well. Stay connected with your friends.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey there, thanks for watching Access TV. Subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know, just let us know what your favorite Access TV show is, or who your favorite bands are, and what artists you're into, or just say hi, man. I like to be told hi. We love hearing from you. That's the point, all right? Keep it coming.